of, well, what does God say about these kind of things, like work ethic, profit, capitalism, socialism? What are those things? Growing up, you get this idea that capitalism is about greed, it's bad, and socialism is about being nice to others, and it's good. And as you begin to research, you find that capitalism is built on three basic ideas, one which is incentive, the second one which is freedom, and the third one is, I think, very important, and what's important about it is its property rights. And God, when he was teaching people how to be free in Exodus, he said, you need to have rights to your property. He said, do not steal somebody else's horse, somebody else's house, which is to say they own that. So you will own things and other people will own things, and that will give you the incentive to be free because you'll work your own farm, you'll work your own job, and you'll get what it says in Proverbs 31 is the fruit of your own labor. And that incentive is I want to work hard so I can get the fruit of my own labor, not only for myself, the personal incentive, but also to bless other people. And I saw that was so important because as a father, I've got two kids. I'm a balloonist and juggler, and we took our kids down, and we performed at Newport and the Levee here in Cincinnati. And so
wow, what a guy, a balloonist, a juggler, a pastor, creator of Godonomics. These things don't end, Chad. I'm learning all sorts of things about you. That's great.
Well, that's why I said it's practical, because we're starting our own little business. So we're making balloon animals, and so my son's 10, my daughter's 12, and she's making all kinds of balloon animals. I'm doing a little magic show to get a crowd, and as we get done, we make $33 for those 2 hours. I'm going to keep my day job, but they're thrilled. They've made this money. And I said, how should we divide up our earnings? $33. And they said, well, let's pay each other equally. We'll each take $11. I said, well, no. Not equally, fairly. Fairly is, who put the investment, who put the time in? And my daughter turned and said, well, Javen goofed off half the time. Well, I'm not sure it's half the time, but you're right. He didn't put as much energy into it. And so what would be a fair payment for him? And I think this idea of paying everybody equally takes away incentive. And yet, at the end of the day, we talked about this, and I said, Javen, we're going to pay you $9. We're going to pay Sierra $11 and me $13. Well, little did they know that I had put $10 up for the balloons themselves and paid $3 for parking. So even though I made more, I actually paid it all out. But I was trying to teach them incentive, which is that there's incentive to working harder so you get the blessing of that, or like a proverb says, the fruit of your own labor.
Oh, how fun. It sounds like there's